Well, it's been fought to the end. And what's up, Ducks Nation, to the Kings Nation, RWA, Jordan Trask, back for another video. The season's fucking over, but excuse the language, but I'm sorry. The season's already over. It's a hell of a ride for the Ducks, and so does the Penguins too. They're done. But we played the Penguins twice in January and February. I mean, it was good or bad, but why not? Because Sidney Crosby's the most liked player that I like, and he's good, he is great, he is awesome. Like our guy, Ryan Getzlaf, he was good too. Like, he's great and awesome. The best, like Crosby. And like some of the players like Patrick Kane and Anze Kopitar. And then Patrice Bergeron, Austin Matthews, Steven Stamkos, and possibleness such as Nick Schmaltz from the Coyotes, Logan Couture from the Sharks. And you know what? This was Jonathan Tays' last hockey game as a Blackhawk before he came to Anaheim, before we started firing Eakins. But you know what, guys? So we lost to LA again 3 times tonight because I know I picked LA to beat us, because I picked the Kings to beat us was no optional, because our Ducks team was going to be so bad enough, because I know I picked the Kings to beat us because, you know, we've beaten the Sharks 3 times in November twice, and then 1 time in January, and except 1 loss in December 9th. And then January 6th, we beat San Jose, because, yeah, we have beaten the Sharks 3 times this season from last season. And you know what, at the point, you know, it's like last year when we beat the Sharks 3 times in February and March, and then April, because we got beaten 1 time in March, because the Ducks did lose to the Kings 5-3 because of Andrea Kempe's hat-trick goal. And then you start the fight and you kick Zegras out of the game. That's not even cool, by the way, because, you know, I've been the biggest Ducks fan in my entire life, because it's like football. I love being a Chargers fan. And then baseball, Angels and Padres fan. Yeah. And basketball, Clippers, and yeah, Clippers fan for life. But as a Ducks fan, and also the Kings fan too. But like a football, because I love the Chargers, because Chargers are my favorite football team in the NFL. But yeah, I know it's an off season, and we got a couple of days away from the NFL draft, by the way. Chargers are always my favorite football team forever, because I'm always a Charger fan forever for the entire year, because I'm always a Bull fan forever, as always a Charger fan forever. Bolt up like you mean it, and bolt up forever. And I've been the biggest Angel fan and Padre fan for the entire year, for the entire season, because I love being an Angel fan and Padre fan. And I love being a Clipper fan, because I've been the biggest Clipper fan in my entire year. But since I go with this, like, love it all, because since I go with my Southern California sports, like my Chargers, Angels, Padres, Anaheim Ducks, LA Kings, LA Clippers, LA Galaxy. Here's the other teams that I go with, because I'm a Chargers, Angels, Padres, Ducks, Kings, Clippers, and Galaxy fan. The other teams are, besides the point, going outside for the full season and inside, but besides the other teams are just the Cowboys, the Bears, Giants, Patriots, Chiefs. One of my Chargers' most arch rival in AFC West, the Chiefs. Because I love being a Charger fan forever, because I'm a Chargers fan and bolt up. And the other teams are like the Yankees, the Braves, the Dodgers, the Giants, the Pirates. Yeah, indeed. Of course. And such as that, because I'm an Angels and Padres fan. Light that baby up and Friar Faithful forever. And Anaheim Ducks and LA Kings fan. Pittsburgh Penguins, New York Rangers, and also Boston Bruins. Indeed. Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, I don't care about the Lightning anymore, because if Corey Perry's going to retire, Corey Perry's going to retire at the end of the season. And then I can't stand with the Blackhawks, because Jonathan Tays' last hockey game is the Blackhawks, since they trade away Kane and Duncan Keith's retirement. And then, yeah, such as the Hurricanes, yeah, and then the Kings and Oilers, and then the Kraken, such as the the Hurricanes, and yeah, the Lightning, the Maple Leafs, Bruins, the Devils, yeah, the Rangers, yeah. Florida Panthers, like, who cares about the Florida Panthers? Florida Panthers doesn't have a Stanley Cup. We have one Stanley Cup that's better than Florida. And, you know, but I keep the football talk for September through February for this, and I keep the baseball talk during the season and before postseason from March and April to October, November. And then basketball talks, I keep it last from October, November to June, indeed. And then hockey talk, yeah, October through June instead. And then soccer, March through November or October, whatever, I don't care. But yeah, going with golf, boxing, race car, wrestling, it's kind of fun too. And then, yeah, UEFA Champions League keeps it going, like such as everything. And you know what? Because I love being an Anaheim Ducks fan for the entire life in the season, as the entire year. Here's how we go back to the season from our beginning to the bad beginning. So we had beat the Kraken in our home opener game. And then especially like putting out to the whole season like you play it out like you mean it. So we've beaten the Sharks 3 times, indeed. We have beaten the Chicago Blackhawks 2 times. And then one time we have beaten Detroit one time in November when we beat the Red Wings. Because we beat Detroit. And then we've lost the Rangers one time. And then we beat the Rangers one time at the end. And then the Devils, we lost them twice because we got butts whipped by New Jersey. Because Ottawa, I don't care. We got beaten twice by Ottawa. Montreal, we have beaten the Canadiens twice in December to March. Because the Oilers, we did beat them in December because they beat us a few times. And then Colorado Avalanche, I guess, because we got beaten 3 times. And then Dallas, we got beaten a few times. Seattle, we get beaten a few times. Vegas, we get beaten a few times. LA, we've gotten beaten a few times. And you know what? It's not the point. And so does the worst team ever, the Nashville Predators and the Calgary Flames. I can't go with that because we've lost to Vancouver Tuesday because we got knocked out by the Canucks because the Canucks were worst. No Bo Horvat because they had to go get the other guy, Bolivier. And then since we've beaten the Canadiens 2 times from December to March, we got beaten by one of the good hockey teams that won the President's Trophy, the Boston Bruins, because we got beaten twice by the Bruins because Patrice Bergeron, David Pastrnak, and Linus Ullmark. And then, so we got beaten twice by the Flyers. We have beaten the Blue Jackets twice in historic January to March. Because we have beaten the Arizona Coyotes. Yeah, of course. We've beaten Arizona. Yeah. We have beaten the Coyotes a few times in a row. Possibly twice or one time, I don't know. Because we got beaten in overtime on Saturday last time. And then, when I was at Honda Center, we've lost the Blackhawks before we beat them twice from a 3-2 deflated fragile loss in November. Since I went to Honda Center when I was at the Ducks game at Anaheim. Because, I know it was a good time in Anaheim because I've been to a few Ducks games. Because we suck. We have one Stanley Cup. That means we suck. That means we'll have to be better. Because it's time to go and get Connor Bedard in an NHL draft. See, we got NFL draft that is 2 weeks away. MLB draft is 3 months away. From April, July, and then NBA, NHL draft in June and July for sure. And it's like MLB's mandatory with the NFL, such as the NHL and NBA. And then MLS Super Draft in January because it's like MLS Super Draft. Like, yeah, you have some draft weeks for your own opportunity, like golf, boxing, wrestling, race car. Yeah, you know it. Because we're about to get Connor Bedard in the draft so we don't get screwed in the NHL draft in 2023 because we better not got to take the advantage because I know it's been very stupid. Like, we want to get Connor Bedard. Like Ducks fans said, no, we're not getting Connor Bedard. Like, we're going to draft him. Because you got the freaking idiot Dallas Eakins as a freaking head clown coach from the Anaheim Ducks. I know one of my other Ducks fans that wants to say head clown is Dashy Sports. My fellow other Ducks fan, Dashy Sports. That likes to say head clown. But yeah, I'm okay to say head clown coach too because Dallas Eakins is the worst hockey coach in the NHL franchise because he doesn't take us to Stanley Cup playoffs and it's time for him to go because Pat Verbeek, Henry Susan Samueli can't get it alone against Dallas Eakins. We need Eakins gone because remember, last few years, we were sad to see Ryan Getzlaf retired. And then, of course, the buyout contract of Corey Perry. And then Ryan Miller retired. Scott Niedermayer retired. Paul Kariya, Teemu Selanne retired. And you know what? Jay Shigera retired too. Because I cannot get with this. Because I love being a Ducks fan for life. It's with the other teams besides this. The Penguins, the Kings, the Rangers, the others. You got to think about it. Because I know what this has to happen for this opportunity to compete. Because if you want to draft Connor Bedard in the NHL draft, it's time. Because we need this Ducks team to go and get Connor Bedard. Because I know the other Ducks fan that is a Cowboys and Braves fan, a Hawks fan named Andy Smith. Yeah, I got the other Ducks fan, Andy Smith. And Lauren, the Pokemon girl, as known, the California girl. That always loves being an Angel fan, too. And also, as a Charger fan, she likes being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, of course. And LA Lakers fan, because I'm a Clipper fan. She likes the Lakers. And she likes UCLA. I mean, UCLA is good, too, because I got all college teams in college football and basketball. And once the Ducks need to go and get Connor Bedard in the NHL draft, I mean, we saw Jonathan Tays' last hockey game with the Blackhawks. I mean, interesting of the Anaheim Ducks signing Jonathan Tays on the team, since after Dallas Eakins is going to get fired at the end of the season, before we get Jonathan Tays from the Blackhawks. If this Ducks team wants to trade for Tays before getting Bedard, we should trade for Tays. Because Ryan Getzlaf, Corey Perry, Rob Niedermayer. Oh, yeah. Never forget Rob Niedermayer. Brad May and Drew Miller. Yeah. All of them were with us the whole time. Chris Pronger. Yeah, Chris Pronger was good, too, with our team. Since we traded for him before we get our first ring of the Stanley Cup in 2007. Because I've been going through it because we've gone against Minnesota Wild a few times. And we know. Because I've asked for this. This is like against the former Duck that were, oh man, against every team against us as a former Duck on the Avalanche, Josh Manson and Andrew Cogliano. And then Corey Perry that is on the Lightning. But yeah, we got beaten twice by the Panthers. And then we got beaten by the Lightning twice because of a former Duck that's a current Lightning, Corey Perry and Patrick Maroon. Not forget those, because we have a former Lightning player that is on our team, Kevin Shattenkirk, as soon as possible. But, you know, I've said this because we were the first hockey team since 93, since we played against Detroit in October 8th, 1993. And you know what? We used to believe in this when this player gets to deserve the trade. Because I'll be leaving because I will be wrapping it up because it's my final time and I'll see you next time. But to my fellow Anaheim Ducks fans, Dashy Sports, Mo Dog, Lauren California Girl, Andy Smith, I'll see you next time. And one final word, peace out and fly together. Let's go Ducks. Let's go Ducks. Let's get Connor Bedard.